Alright everybody, it's time for my next reaction to another Every Frame a Painting documentary style video. I'm very excited for this one. This is Edgar Wright, How to Do Visual Comedy. We've done two of these before. We did one about Buster Keaton and we did one about one of my favourites of all time, Jackie Chan. Both of them very interesting, very well done and put together. And I loved reacting to them and watching them, and it was just, these were a series of videos I was going to just watch anyway, and I thought that'd be a nice idea to react to, something different for the channel. Plus, since I've just launched my new movie channel, it's kind of linked. My new movie channel is the Cm42TV Movie Journal, where I'm going to document all of my movie watching progress on there. So subscribe now, link will be in the description box. But let's check this out right now. This was posted in 2014. This is Every Frame a Painting, talking about Edgar Wright and how to do visual comedy. Edgar Wright, great filmmaker. My favourite Edgar Wright film? Baby Driver, probably. But I love a bunch of them. Here we go.
Hi, my name is Tony and this is Every Frame a Painting. So today I'm going to talk about a director whose work I love. But before that, let me be upfront. I think comedy movies today, especially American ones, have totally lost their way. I don't hate the jokes or the actors or the dialogue or the stories, though there's plenty of issues there. My real qualm is that the filmmaking, the use of picture and sound to deliver jokes, is just...
What? This is boring. Delete.
Look, everyone's taste is different. What you find funny is what you find funny.
Right.
So I'm not saying these movies suck or you suck if you like them. What I am saying is that these movies aren't movies. They're lightly edited improv. Everyone stands still and talks at each other in close-up.
True.
Almost none of these jokes come visually. They're overwhelmingly sound, and not even the full range of sound, it's just dialogue. And this is really sad because that's just a fraction of what's possible in cinema. Apart from animation and some commercials, visual comedy is actually moving backwards.
Now what I will say about that argument, right, is that these aren't films. I wouldn't agree with that whatsoever. There is that style. There's lots of TV shows like that too. It's like that kind of Will Ferrell, Steve Carell, Paul Rudd, Seth Rogen, that kind of group, you know, who are some of the funniest actors ever, but it's like, instead of like writing the dialogue verbatim, there's a lot of improv. And I don't see an issue with that style of filmmaking. I personally prefer like well scripted stuff and like well put together films and stuff, like physical comedy, like slapstick comedy, things like that. That's just my humour, you know what I mean? But I don't think there's anything wrong with that improv style. Let's just chat, let's be funny, and let's see what we can capture. We'll put it all together into a film. You know, someone's vision is someone's vision. You know what I mean? I don't think there's anything wrong with that anyway.
Moving backwards. And that's why, if you love this kind of stuff, I cannot recommend Edgar Wright enough.
Doctor, deal with it. Yeah, motherfucker.
He is one of the only people working in the genre using the full range of what is possible. And because of that, he can find humor in places that other people don't look. Here's an example. Let's say you need to move your character from one city to another to get your story going. How do you shoot it, and can you get a joke out of it? Well, no. Not if you send out a second unit to do it. Every shot pans from left to right, you include really obvious landmarks and signs, you mix in generic helicopter footage, and you put upbeat music under it so the audience doesn't get bored.
Tends to be how it goes, yeah.
This is just lazy filmmaking, and boring. We've seen it a million times. What would happen if you were truly inventive with this type of scene?
Not ready.
There we go.
Far more
and this isn't just
creative.
a series of quick cuts. There's a lot of good visual storytelling here. These two taxi shots tell you exactly where we came from and where we're going. These two shots emphasize the move away from civilization. Our main character always faces forward or to the right, so screen direction is respected. Turning the music down and the sound effects up is funny because each cut is jarring. And there's even some nice performances from Simon Pegg and Ryan Gosling. Okay, that was one example without context. You're right, totally unfair.
Just call Ryan Gosling a clown?
Well, what if you had a movie where a horrible apocalyptic event happens and you want to foreshadow it earlier, maybe by having the characters not notice something important on TV? How would you show it? Would you just throw it in the edit for 2 seconds and 2 frames and none of the shots shows the relationship between the characters and the TV?
He's having a housewarming party. Just finished building his house.
Or would you do this?
Although no one official is
Brilliant.
prepared to comment, religious groups are calling it Judgment Day. There's
Genius.
As an increasing number of reports of
serious attacks on
people who are literally being
eaten alive.
Okay, still
So
unfair.
well done.
Well, what if you had a movie where one character has stopped drinking, but the other characters are disappointed in him and you want to get a joke out of it? How would you do it? Would they just stand around and talk about his drinking?
Appreciate it, but I told my wife I wouldn't drink tonight. Besides, I got a big day tomorrow. But you guys have a great time.
A big day? Doing what?
Or would you do this?
What?
I don't believe this.
This is what separates a mediocre director from a great one. The ability to take the most
Very
simple,
creative.
mundane scenes and
So
find new
good.
ways to do them. Great directors understand that you can get a laugh just through staging. Here's an example I cribbed from David Bordwell. Things popping up into frame are funny.
Jaws.
Slow ahead.
Favourite film of all
I can
time.
go slow ahead. Come on down and chum some of this shit.
Used to terrify me when I was younger.
And it's not just things entering frame. Consider the opposite.
I said tell
Django.
Miss Laura goodbye.
Bye, Miss Laura.
You can get a laugh from a zoom.
You want to pop the trunk and roll the windows down, please?
You can get a laugh from a crane up.
I'm so sorry.
I'm going home, Rita.
I know, Shirley, I know.
No, seriously, I'm going home. Can you help me out?
Oh.
You can get a laugh from a pan.
Just jumps into a helicopter.
As Martin Scorsese put it, cinema is a matter of what's in the frame and what's not in the frame. So think about the frame. And this isn't just a matter of smart or stupid comedy. Really,
Classic.
if it works, it works. So with that, here are 8 things Edgar Wright does with picture and sound that I want to see other comedy filmmakers try out. Number 1, things entering the frame in funny ways.
Listen.
It's for Scott.
The geographical location shouldn't factor in the application of the law. No thanks.
Number 2, people leaving the frame in funny ways.
You don't know how to switch off.
Sound of the horrible grass.
And who did?
Number 3, there and back again.
They still out there.
Another classic.
Yeah.
Number 4, matching scene transitions.
Really good. Really well
How
done.
do you do that? Wallace!
Number 5, the perfectly timed sound effect.
That time you dumped Kim.
Okay, me and Kim are all good now, all right?
Do feel free to spool through.
Number 6, action synchronized to the music.
Drinking. Beer. Pubs. Shall we?
Number 7, super dramatic lighting cues.
Gotta be a man.
I don't know what it is about that girl.
Scott, I forbid you from hitting on Ramona, even if you haven't had a real girlfriend in over.
Look at that.
And number 8,
I'm taking a shortcut before.
and you know what? Let's throw in number
Callback.
9.
Let him have it.
So if you're a filmmaker, work on this. The frame is a playground, so play. And the next time you go to a theater and you pay $15 to see a comedy, don't be satisfied with shit that is less inventive than Vine.
Vine. There's a dated reference. There you go. Very, very interesting. So well put together in terms of this particular video itself. But they're so right about Edgar Wright and about that style. You know, I mean, these videos here are very, very good at reminding you how good someone is at their job, like Jackie Chan and Buster Keaton that when we watched before. Because obviously you know that they're so good because you've seen bits and pieces here and there, but when you see them in these wee sort of small documentary features, they're all like put together, you know, next to each other, one after one, in sequence, in the correct sequence, you know, like the cuts and stuff and the transitions and the pan shots and stuff for the comedy. It reminds you how many hits these people have, you know, and it makes me want to go watch some comedies, you know. So I agree a lot of the times in terms of like modern comedy is going in a different direction than what we're used to. It seems like most Hollywood comedies now are sequels, sorry. That seems to be the way it is. But when you get a really original comedy, it's so refreshing, you know what I mean? So yeah, really, really interesting. There's a bunch of videos that I want to watch on this Every Frame a Painting YouTube channel. I'll continue to react if you continue to enjoy. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you thought of my reaction and the video itself. And until next time, I'll see you then right here on Cm42TV or my new channel, my secondary channel to this one, the Cm42TV Movie Journal. If you're a fan of movies, come join me over there, link below. Thanks for watching.